Hi everybody, welcome to another video of mine, and I am going to teach you some things I've learned. So there's a few places I'm going to show you guys. I know you're probably not going to be interested in it, but I would like to show you. There are some things that I just really am fascinated with. Alright, so here are a couple of places here that you guys are probably not aware of in general. Um, Probably not really aware of. And so here we go. Alright, now we're going to go up to Canada. Now, we're going to be going up to the Northwest Territories, okay? And then also, of course, Nunavut, okay? There is a weird kind of interesting life up here that a lot of people are not familiar with the Inuit people of. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what's going on here. So we have some interesting things going on here. Of course, it would be a polar bear. We got some interesting things going on here. That does not look exactly... Is that mushrooms? Okay, so now this these towns here are in the middle of Nunavut, right? Um, Canada. So we got Manitoba, we got Saskatchewan, we got Edmonton and Alberta. We also have the Northwest Territories or NTs. We also have the Yukon um, province, or whatever you want to call it, okay? So, but here are some weird towns that I've been noticing. A lot of these people live in these very interesting small towns. They're middle of nowhere. They're not accessible by road. Most of these people, look, see? There are no roads. There are no freeways. It's just pure survival through either a boat or a plane, and that's about it. Uh, I don't even know. Yeah, Will Cove Airport. So you'll see the little airport here. They do have, you know, access to the airport, I guess, but not really. I don't even know how to explain it. It's beautiful, but let's get back to it. So there's this little area here. It's called Well Cove, and we have the Savannah Inn. So we got these little areas here, these little villages. Not bad for a hotel in the middle of nowhere, considering that there's nothing around for thousands of miles. And you're really out here in the middle of nowhere. But you do have connection. You know, you got, looks like a cell phone tower there, or a connector at least. You got a little hotel room action. You got some basic chairs. Small town. Very interesting. Of the Inuit people. Now, we do have even um, some smaller communities here, like one of these towns here, Arviat. A lot of people don't even know about these places or that they exist. Now, also, one thing about I'm going to say is a lot of these places are Christian or Catholic. Yeah, so that's interesting. So I also wanted you guys to check this out. So the Inuit language is the coolest language I've ever seen in my life. Now, these people are the most the language. The language is the most interesting language I have ever personally seen. Their native Inuit language is so cool. It's ridiculous at this point. It's straight out what looks like an alien type of language. It's not alien, but it is so freaking cool. And it's absolutely fascinating. They do have a KFC, a quick stop. They got, like I said, the alien language. They got more alien language that I don't know how to speak. But really fascinating compared to other things. Obviously, they ride our ATVs a lot. They do have a little KFC at Tim Hortons. There's the KFC. Delicious, good old food. Well, I'd say good old American food, technically. They got bananas, so you got potassium. And just some basic stuff. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I've been doing a lot of research on this stuff. And like I said, these are in the middle of nowhere. You're not even driving to these areas. You got all of these little remote roads here, you know, and there's just a lot of things that you don't even know exist, but they do exist. And even as you go further north, you'll see that there's really nothing around, right? A little bit like there's nothing around here, and then all of a sudden, seriously, middle of nowhere, like this one, Taliok. Like all of a sudden, there's another small town here, and you're like, dude, what's going on here? You're looking at this and you're looking at this and you're like, wow. They even have churches. Like I said, they do have churches in these remote areas. You'd be surprised. Here's at least one picture of this, and there's the town. Small and perfect. And another northern grocery store. Now, surprisingly, like I said, Toyok's everyday store, northern, and these northern stores, they bed out here in the middle of nowhere, and it's absolutely fascinating to see. They got M&Ms, they got goodies and stuff like that, but it's fascinating to me how remote and everything this is. And a lot of people don't even know about this stuff. Like, a lot of people, like in the United States, have no idea what's going on here. Look at the language, how cool this is. The Inuit language is so freaking cool. Now, we're going to zoom out from this middle of nowhere town. We're going to go to this area. Now, this is one of the only areas as of this video that you can actually drive to during the summertime, which would be a lot safer, to be honest with you. But you can technically drive to this small town here called Tuktoyaktuk. And it's shocking, and I favored it because I'm like, dude. And when I look at Tuktoyaktuk, I'm just shocked. Like, there's just a lot of weird, cool things happening in this part of Canada. Local crafts and cavings, things of bone and stone, and it's really freaking cool. They got a lot of cool history. It's absolutely fascinating. And we got Tuktoyaktuk, and then we got Tuktoyaktuk, and check it out. You got this little building here. It's a very small community, but they did build a road to get to the Arctic Ocean. So they did build it. There it is. There's the sun. And then you got Tuktoyaktuk, see? And it tells you everything that everything is. See how it tells you everything? Absolutely fascinating. So if you were to take pictures of here, that would be super cool. Now, there's also another town that's south of this town here. Where the hell is it? Not Reindeer Station. Technically, it's I don't even know what the hell that is, actually. But we go down to Inuit, which is was supposed to be the most northern that you could legally drive to. Now, they got everything that you could think of at Inuit, and you also have a way out. Here's another North Mart. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Prices are very high, $9. Not as bad as the other ones I've seen, but they got you hooked up. Look, they even got some checkouts, and you'll be fine. It's a pretty big store, considering how remote it is. But they'll hook you up. Now, here's where things get more interesting. I know I put my favorite. Okay, here's another one. Here's on the eastern end of the Inuits, and it's called Iqaluit. And I have been absolutely fascinated by this language. Check out this language here. It just looks like something that you would see out of a movie, but it's real. And people use it every day. So now we go back to North Mart here, and we look at the language here. See? Obviously, North Mart is kind of like the ShopRite or Wegmans or something, HEB, Randall's, that kind of thing for the Arctic. They got some things to make cheeseburgers and some chicken, delicious chicken. We got Ready Crisps. As you can see here, it says North Nord Nutrition Canada. They got a Love Couch. They got some Cheerios. They got the good food. They got the hockey sticks. Oh, it's Canada. They also got Ski-Doos. Pretty cool. Really fascinating to see this. Nobody really talks about the Inuits too. And also we got cranberry, we got juice blend, 100%. Now it's very expensive though, 16 Canadian dollars. So CAD, it's expensive, even $18 at this point for cran grape. It's expensive. But remember how far it is from everything. $9 for some candy. That's atrocious. But see, you got people chilling out. You got some hunter's gear. You got some cold gear. And some ski-doos. Fascinating. Then, when you look around, then you start looking at this type of stuff. Nunata Sonakara Target Museum. I'm not saying that correctly, so I'll just apologize. But yeah, their language is so freaking cool. And it tells you a little about the history. How cool is that, though? How cool is that, though? It gives you some history of the Inuits, the indigenous people of Canada. It's super cool how they've survived this cold for so long. They also have a place called The Snack. And The Snack, check it out. You got cheeseburgers, delicious cheeseburgers, some bacon on top of that, mother. You got yourself a crush can. Delicious. So, that looks like could be a sandwich, or it could be a grilled cheese. Not 100% sure. Food looks good too. Looks nice and delicious. We have, I mean, just a lot of interesting little things around here. Now, this is the big city for them, kind of. It's the capital of the Inuit. I also have a little town here called Apex. I guess they named it after the polar bear as an apex predator, maybe. Also, check this out, though. Look, check this out. You don't expect this. Look, check this out. Check this out. Check this out right here. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Look at this. Check this hotel out. Now, you don't really expect this. It is real, but you don't expect it, right? So you're at, look where I'm at. Look where we're at right now. Just check it out. Look, see? You don't expect it, but it's there. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, look where you're at, right? So you're up this far north, but you don't expect it. See? Even got some hotels over here, which is ridiculous. I don't even know how this is possible. So you have another hotel here near Clyde River. And boy, that is far north. It's ridiculous at this point. Yeah, another Clyde River. That I don't even know where the hell that's at that point. It's atrocious. But look at all these people. Look at all these places that they live. Like, this one is fascinating, though. This one is really up north. This one is absolutely found. It's called Pond Inlet. And yeah, people really do live out here. So fascinating to see that. So we click it, and of course, you know, it's got the Inuit language. Super cool. Hotel room. It does the job. Also has heat. I mean, you're not going to really need AC units here. You're not going to need AC units here, obviously. They also have blackout curtains, I noticed. But nah, you're not gonna need a. You're really just not. I mean, dude, you're not gonna need. Yeah, you're definitely not going to be needing, any AC units. There is so cold there, probably. You really don't need that there. There it is. Super cool. They got some cool looking beds. A cool looking dining room. A bed with a couch. That's interesting. And it tells you how far you are from things. I wonder if they have New York. Do they have New York on this one? Let me see. We got the South Pole, which is 18,000 kilometers. We got Cape Town. Oh, we got Anchorage. We got Nook, which is Greenland. We got Longyearbyen. And I don't see New York, but that's fine. Tokyo, South Pole, Cape Town, South Africa. But we do have Anchorage, though, so they do They do include Anchorage, Alaska. That's interesting. London, they included London. I'm sure they included New York in that. Holy fudge. Damn. Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy shit. Damn. Oh, damn. That is so cool. And seeing electricity in these areas is just fascinating because it's either diesel or something, but it's so fascinating to see electricity in these areas. What is that? I don't recognize anything but the cucumbers, I think. I know that's chicken. I don't know what that is, and I don't know what that is. And maybe potato salad or something? I don't know. Is it a freaking random boater? Or is that an ice? That's a freaking ice chunk in the middle of nowhere. That's funny. Microwave, a refrigerator. Well, at least you got a fan. That's crazy. Now, these are some remote areas, boy. Let me tell you what. Boy, these are remote. And I think you can go a little bit further north, but this is about as far north as you're going. So, let me just go a little bit further north here. Let me see if I can go anywhere further north. Nothing up here. Alright, we kind of knew that. But we can go here to this small village called South Camp. Wow. Resolute. Oh, man, this is really far up north. Whoa. Wow. Damn, look at the windows. Polar bear. People smiling. Yeah, this is really up there now. A TV. They got TV, though. Wow, this is really far up north. Holy crap. Damn. Whoa, look at the fog and snow up on the windows. Frontech, welcome to the South Camp Inn. And then, I mean, shit, the food looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. Atco, South Camp Inn. The hell? And yeah, all this is owned by the Inuits, pretty much. It's crazy to see that. They got themselves a tower. Gotta have some control, even up in this crazy area. I don't know if I see anything else. Do I see anything else here out here? Anything else out here? They can go any further north. Hazing camp? Can't even zoom into that. That's crazy though. Damn. But yeah, these are the Inuit people, and it's absolutely fascinating to see this. So you can drive to Tuktoyaktuk in the Northwest Territories, and you can also drive, well, fly to this one here. You can fly to Iqaluit, but also if you want the nice hotel, which is shocking for this part of the you know, just how remote it is, but you do have a decent little hotel here. You got 2 bedrooms, nice lighting, obviously because of the night and day cycles. You want to have really good lighting. This is kind of crazy though to see this. The hallways, the bedrooms. They have this nice LED strip lighting, which is really cool. You got a little workspace here. Canadian North. You got some grub. It's interesting. To be honest, staying here is probably going to cost you an arm and a leg because of how remote it is, but how also nice it is. For how nice it is and how remote it is, you're going to spend a lot of money. Let's put it that way. But it's very nice. You can tell just how nice it's going to be just by that. Uh, like I say, you could call it the Inuit Express. Because I mean, this is just so fascinating to me, and I don't care what nobody says. So I've actually marked these places down, how interesting they are. Fascinating. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and think. Obviously, Barrow, Alaska, of course. That's another one where these people are actually living. People don't really talk about these areas, like North Slope Police Department, Mead River School and Library, Aquits, Alaska. It's just this remote village with an airport, but there's really nothing here. And of course, you got to go to this P&J store because obviously, well, you're in the middle of nowhere. So where are you going? Do you see what I'm saying? Now you can go up here to Aquivik, Barrel, right? So this is crazy by the world. They have an Ace Hardware, which is funny. Look at the rust on the doors. Look at that rust. Isn't that insane to think about all the rust on that door? But they do have an Ace Hardware. It's crazy to me, but they do have an Ace Hardware though. And to see all these, electronics and cleaners, OD electronic cleaners, bug and tar remover, multi-purpose cleaner, $15.99 for an Armor All multi-purpose cleaner is crazy. But they have it, and it's ready for you if you need it. Gee, these remote villages are so fascinating. Just absolutely fascinating. And remember, trying to get some fiber optics up to them, and they have a subway too for some reason in the same building, I think, or near the same building. That's pretty cool. It's so super cool, super easy to learn these little areas. And of course, the Prudhoe Bay is the most north you could drive in the United States, and almost one of the most north that you could drive. Well, technically it's higher than this town here. You got to get more north, technical. Iqaluit. So you want to technically drive more north. If you were in Canada, you could just drive to Tuktoyaktuk. So drive here to Tuktoyaktuk, right? Now, if you really want to get crazy, you could drive to Barrow, or fly to Barrow, right? And check it out. Inupiat Heritage Center. And they also have a church. Check it out. They got a little church. The Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. And there is the indigenous people. Absolutely fascinating by American standards. Then, if you don't want to go there, like I said, you have all this other stuff. I don't know what a Latitude 71 B&B is, but bed and breakfast maybe? So you got some room there to sleep at someone's house. But it's perfect. It's going to cost you a pretty penny, but you got access to a house, so it doesn't matter. They also have a little itty-bitty hospital, which is shocking. I mean, it really is actually shocking when you think about it, of how remote this place actually is. To have a little hospital there, it is shocking, considering how remote it is. But that they do have a little hospital is good. There you go, you got the emergency room. This is the inside of the little hospital. But the fact that they have it, though, is amazing. Look at that. That is super cool. They even got a little elevator. Super cool that they have this. They really needed something like that. for how remote it is. That is super cool to have a hospital there for them. Now, I don't know about Wainwright, but it's a very small village. Um, you know, you're going to spend a lot of money here. Not too bad. This is $4.29 for some Vagol. $11.29 for some Raisin Bran. That'll add up. Hershey syrup is $7.29. That's a little. It's gonna add up. Kikkoman sauce. Well, that's a lot of salt. I wouldn't eat that on top of any other food. Slow cooker. I think those are some toys. They got some toy action. And it looks cold as heck. Country Crock. Probably expensive. $17.79 for some Coffee Mate. That is atrocious. Wow. Damn. Fixin' chicken. That's probably going to cost a lot. Chocolate fudge and ready to bake Marie's calendars. Is that Ben and Jerry's? Yeah, they got some Ben and Jerry action. Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So either way, any of these communities out here that you guys are not aware of, you can also look at Prudhoe Bay because you can drive to Prudhoe Bay. So Prudhoe Bay is an interesting place. It's not really a place for like house living. You're not really going to find a lot of houses there, if any. You might find a few places for workers to sleep, but you're not going to find regular housing. However, they still have, a bit of a hotel here, like this one. They got a little hotel. It's actually a big hotel, considering. It's a big hotel. Check it out. Look how big it is. They got a lot of rooms. Basic bathroom. Facility. A bed. They even tell you that it's 51 Fahrenheit, which, of course, is expensive as heck. But they got the Coca-Cola dispensary. It's actually pretty nice. They got a weight room. They got a tray room. Very nice. Look how long the hallway is, too. They got cameras to keep you safe. They got all these rooms. They got laundry facilities. Super cool. March 12, 2022. The Aurora. I don't know how the sign puts up the code. Here's a I don't even know what the hell that little heater is. Looks like a heater thing. Keep your room nice and warm. They even got showers. It's not in the room, but they got you some towels and stuff so you could hang out. They even have Do Not Disturb. Very fascinating place to live. Very fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. It's all industrial, but still pretty cool. Wet, slushy, but you'll be fine. Very fascinating for the top of the world to have access via the most remote freaking road I've ever been on in my life. I should have recorded it. I didn't have an inverter because it wasn't working on the cigarette lighter. So this is the road I've been down. It's the AK-11, aka the beautiful and amazing Dalton Highway. And man, that motherfucker took a long time to drive. Oh god, it was crazy. Coldfoot was a little interesting little town. Little town there, but it was fun. Not really much there, but it was something. Don't go during the winter, go during the summer. And then Fairbanks pops up here after Prospect Creek. Another very small area. Once you get down here to the Fairbanks, Living Good, that's a weird town name. When I passed it, I was like, that's interesting. You get down to Fairbanks. Once you get into Fairbanks, you get into life again, which is interesting, considering everything. And yeah, and this is kind of where you go. Fort Wainwright, Delta Junction's 98 miles, airport's 4 miles, Fort Wainwright, and then you got the North Pole, of course, and you just drive, 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 drive to Anchorage. And this was an interesting town, just a standard Alaskan town, kind of like Edmonton a little bit. And there's also one more town I'm going to show you in Canada that fascinates me, but this is a standard Alaskan town, Anchorage, the biggest city in Alaska. Not the capital though. The capital is Juneau. Okay, so remember that. The capital is Juneau, Alaska. So just remember that. Capital is Juneau, Alaska. That's gonna be, where the hell are you? Juneau, I don't know how to say it. So it's weird that this is actually the capital of Alaska. Very south compared to very weird place to live, considering that there's no way out of here except for a boat or a bus. You can't really drive to it, so that's weird. During the summertime, this is what it looks like. But it's the capital of the whole state, so it's kind of weird to see that. Like, here's the state capitol building, and it's very small. It's actually insane how small the capitol building actually is. This is the capitol building of Alaska. Now think about this for a second. This is the capital of Alaska here, right here, right? So Alaska State Capitol, right? See how small the building is? But think about how big Alaska is and how small. So we're going from this, right? We're going from the state capitol. You zoom out, right? You go and zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out, and you can go into this like small village, only accessible by an airplane. Like, what the hell is this? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, you're in the middle of literal nowhere. Or if you want to go over here to Nome, Alaska, another, but think about how far the state capital is, specifically from that. So, you got this, like, airport pizza. That looks really good. Hey, it's better than nothing. Yep, chilling out. Alaskans chilling out. Some good, delicious looking pizza. Looks good, actually. What the heck? Looks good. Then, like I said, like the state capital is like way down here. You know, you got the state capital way down there. You got this whole state here, and it's not even anywhere near, Fairbanks or Prudhoe Bay or anything. And then you go over here, and I wanted to show you this one more town here. So this is an interesting town. I thought you guys might want to check this one out. It's called Happy Valley Goose Bay in Canada. I'm thinking to myself, who the hell lives out here? Like, even if you skip everything else, Happy Valley Goose Bay is a town name, and it's like Happy Valley Goose Bay. And it's just randomly in Canada with some cell phone coverage. Now, I don't know who covers Happy Valley Goose Bay. It's probably a regional cell provider. I don't know. It could be Rogers. Could be Telus. I don't know. It could be that other one, not Movie Star. I forgot the name, but still, check it out. Interesting town in the middle of nowhere. Yep. And the most northeast that you can think you could drive in Newfoundland and Labrador is this town. Where the hell is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah, Cartwright. Alright, so for the most part, the most north you could drive on standard, like, roads mixed with some dirt roads is these villages here. Well, they don't have a lot of pictures, so you kind of just have to look at a motel here in Canada. Boom, you got yourself a boat. And you're not at that point, you're not that far from Greenland. If you were to take a boat, you could be pretty much in Greenland in not too long of any time. Shockingly, of course. Pretty cool. Yeah, And also, you could live in St. John's. I don't know why you would live there, but you could also live here, but it snows most of the time. Yeah, it's crazy. Here's St. John's, Canada. It's way up east. Very. But it would be a very interesting place for you guys to check out. I don't know how. That's a lot of driving and ferry taking, but it would probably be worth it to check it out. Interesting, isn't it? It's like a standard Canadian town, except this shit is far Empire Avenue. So, standard Canadian town, closer to Europe than any other major area for Canada, pretty much. I mean, you go any further west, you'd be going to Iceland and England. See? You can even see how crazy that is. Oh, by the way, this is French. Saint Pierre and Miquelon is actually French. It's super weird, but yeah, this is actually all French. Like actual French. Yeah, this is French, by the way. Like French. And I don't understand why they own it, and I really don't, but yeah, that's actually France. A lot of people don't even know this exists. Like, bro, let's just put France in. Like, it's so weird. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. But yeah, no, this is actual French. This is not Canada. And I don't understand this little random area in just a random thing here compared to. And then another town here called Saint Pierre. It's a very big town, actually. It's a very big town. And it's French, but an island. It's weird, right? So they got the little tight parkways and everything, but it's definitely Europe. It's Europe closest to, well, it's Europe ocean closest. This is the closest that you can actually get to actual Europe in the sense of at least the signs, because those are definitely European and not Canadian or American. So if you wanted to get as close to Europe as possible without actually physically going to that continent, probably St. Pierre is going to be your best bet for how interesting this town layout is, considering it's Europe. It's not exactly Europe though, but it's a little bit different. It's like maybe like a mix of colonial and mix of European. It's like a mix. But remember, this is a small town in the middle of nowhere, freaking, I don't know, no, just nowhere, freaking ocean. I don't know how to say that. See, they got basements though. But you're living in a very weird place. But it's pretty cool to see actual France in in North America. Technically, I think. If we just zoom up a little bit here and look at the signs, they definitely got a European vibe to them. But it says stop and no turn right. It's interesting though. It is interesting. But they got some European signs. But it's different. It's like weird. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Planet Earth.